Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Caps of Rio de Janeiro taking on the Eagles of Houston. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. First plays a run with Nwangwu. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Eagle defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And this is one of those something's got to give games. You got the number 1 passing team in the NFL, and it's the number 1 defense against the pass. A lot of times, the battle's in the trenches. We know that. We see it all the time. But this one, this game's going to be won on the outside.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it with A-Chain. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Throwing is Hurts. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now 2nd and 9. Young to throw it. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And what a big-time play there. And even 40 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Achane on 1st and 10. And touchdown! Devon Achane, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, a lot of space outside the numbers there, and he's able to take that toss all the way to the end zone.
And that certainly felt like something they had studied on tape and wanted to test here early in the ball game. They thought they could get wide on these guys, and they thought it was worth taking a chance with this play call here in the first quarter. Definitely paid off in a big way.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now it's Achane headed right. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 55 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. First down, they go back to Achane. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Achane. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there to keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, if too much bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Well, it'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Now a toss right side, Achane. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and 1.
In my humble estimation, situation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Gould is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Watkins, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's teams on notice.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to be.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there that brings forth a 3rd and long. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. A give running left, McAllister. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, you know, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a yard. Man open left side is Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he's up to the 47. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Across the formation, he hits Austin. Touchdown, Eagles! His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball get tucked, and he takes off. He comes running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Young. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Racing to the end zone. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Running right, here's McAllister. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now here's Young.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
H.A. now up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And I don't think he got there. Too short, maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On the give, McAllister with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get... Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Watkins in motion left. On 1st down, Hurts.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
3rd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Young.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the Eagles are on their 3rd and final timeout. Now time on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts for back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Here is Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Up the middle they go with McAllister. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A give left side. Here's H.A.
There he goes left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
142 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On the toss, here's H.A.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd down, Young. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 66 yards.
And the Caps get a bit closer.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again.
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Back to throw now on first down.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss.
And got his man. It's touchdown, Houston.
Calvin Austin.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
149 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. 3rd and long for Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Tucker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They go play action with Hurts. Watkins diving. He's got it. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
In motion left goes a tight end. In motion right, one of the tight ends. A handoff to McAllister. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 1st down gains.
At the 10-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out
out of the gun. Here's a give to A-Chain.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get much at all.
No, not at all. Not losing with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Young on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now, but they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. It's Sidney Brown with it.
And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Now
a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a toss out wide to McAllister. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Chris Watkins with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown. Because you think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And they're going to speed things up here. A 1st down throw for Young. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Young now on 1st down. He's going to let it go again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's going to look deep for Watkins.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He had a man open, but he missed him. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, Young. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And Young's throw there incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
They'll throw again. Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Caps are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hurts.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Nick Needham picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Young's throw taken in by Thornton. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Young looks to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Third down, Young from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the red zone now, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On second down, Young again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 13 yards out.
And the Caps have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Oh, and that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown.
The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players